General networking, network fundamentals, IP cameras. This is a really nice device that you can have at home. I remember many years ago IP cameras were very expensive. Today you can buy a pretty good camera for, I don't know, 50-60 pounds. It's crazy. In this video I want to show you what to avoid. I have been looking for a good camera for many months. I have bought quite a few and will show you what to avoid. D-Link is something that I decided to go for at the end. I will explain you why and you will understand it better. Let's start with IP cameras in general. The idea is very simple. You connect a device like that to your home network, to a router. As you probably remember, your router will have a built-in switch. Take a look, here is a port for it. You run it to your router. Almost all cameras are wireless as well. Of course, you can imagine I do not recommend using wireless for IP cameras. They have to be reliable. Okay, they're designed to be available when you are not at home. The last thing you want to discover is that there is some interference in your area and you cannot connect to your IP camera, and maybe you have to because you want to check what's going on with your kid or someone's trying to break into your house. It doesn't matter. The last thing you want to do is troubleshoot wireless in a situation like that. Do not do that. Run a cable, job's done. There are, well, I can divide IP. Of course, we're talking about IP cameras for a home office, small office network. I'm not talking about CCTV, £5,000. You can divide IP cameras like that here that you can see. There are two groups, no name and good names. A no name camera is something like that, there is no name, or sometimes they come up with funny names and they're really cheap. I think it's like 20-30 pounds, and this is an example. I think it's a no name camera really. What's the problem? Well, when you connect it, when you play with it, it looks really good. There are some problems with it. I remember if you want to set up a schedule for that, it's a nightmare. But when you connect to it, it's just, it looks good. It's great. You can move this head as well around. It's cheap. It was pretty reliable. I remember I have had 2 IP cameras like that. There is one problem with a camera like that. The main problem that I had was I wanted to use that for, well, I enabled a feature that is called motion detection. It means that every time I leave my place, I turn it on, and I want to receive an email when it triggers, if someone tries to open the door or window, whatever, I want to know about that. That's the reason I bought an IP camera. And it's okay, you can set it up on this thing. However, it is very slow to send you an email. And I remember I tested that in the following way, and it was really funny. Imagine this is my room. This IP camera was over here. This IP camera. And this is my door. I walked in. I remember I took off my shoes. I went to the kitchen. And then I walked to the IP camera. I turned it off and it couldn't send an email. It takes even 30 seconds to make it happen. I remember, because there are some, better names as well. Some companies will put their logo here and try and tweak the firmware and so on. And I remember I emailed them and I asked, okay, is there a way to make it faster? One of the reasons is that this guy will try and send 3 images. I'm not sure why. Why would you do that? Just send the first one you get. And most of them you cannot change that feature. That's why I started to look for something else. And I found this. Oops. There we go. I found this this IP camera from D-Link, which is really nice. And I think almost all D-Link cameras have that. They have that feature. I show you that. And it's really simple. It says when it triggers, when motion detection triggers, just send an email now. And I remember the same room, door, IP camera here, D-Link, and literally I rushed in. I remember I decided to run and kicked it and disconnect it, and it was able to send me an email every single time. I was not fast enough. It was like, I don't know, 3 meters, something like that. Literally, I opened the door, and well, yeah, I was not fast enough to make it happen. Yeah, because there is a feature, there is a tick box saying, yeah, when you discover something, send it straight away. Don't wait and take 3 pictures, whatever. No, do it now. Do it straight away. And that's where I am at the moment. A really nice device. Of course, it is much more expensive. This one, as you can see on the screen, you cannot move it, and remotely. It does not have a head that allows you to do that. And I think it was like £60. What people say, you get what you pay for, and I cannot agree more with that. Let me connect to this IP camera 16.1.16. I found one. Well, for me it's not a problem, but what you can see here is, because motion detection is enabled, I had to turn it around. That's my lab and that's my chair. What I don't remember. I had some problems with the night vision on it, and I decided to enable that, and it's black and white. For me it's okay. You can use ActiveX or Java. Let's try this one. That's Firefox. I'm not sure if it's going to work with ActiveX. Not really. Let's try Java. It will complain about the version probably. Yes, I know. Go away. Yep. Pretty clear picture, and I enabled the night mode by myself because I think it was confused. It's pretty dark in this room that I'm in at the moment, and I think it was confused. And yeah, I just enabled that. Let me show you the setup. Take a look. It supports dynamic DNS. And one of the things that you can do is, well, D-Link is so nice and you can use their service. In the dynamic DNS video I told you what I think about that. And there is no IP, however you can just type whatever you want here, yeah? So it's not a problem. And motion detection is here. And the way it works is, why are you asking that? Stupid. Ah, I know why. Because it's going to show me the picture. Okay. So now you just say which section should be triggered. And as you can see, because here is my PC, I don't want that one to be triggered. Yeah, so you can decide which areas should be covered. And then you decide if you want to send an email or send it to an FTP server. I show you the email. Here it's time schedule. And take a look. That's what I was after. And it works really well. That's it. Email motion frame immediately. Yes, do not wait 30 seconds. It makes no sense. What's the point in having an IP camera and it takes like even 15 seconds? You know how long that is? Count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone's breaking into your house. 5, 6. Yep. Well, that's what you can do with IP cameras. I'm very happy with D-Link. You pay a little more, but the quality is better in my opinion. A lot of NAS servers will support IP cameras. There are some software solutions. iSpy is one of them. You can give it a try. Of course, you can use your USB camera for that. I prefer a dedicated device. That's why I went for a camera like that. In this video, we talked about IP cameras. I hope you're going to try it out, buy one IP camera, play with it, and you can take advantage of many features and options that we have discussed. Dynamic DNS, port forwarding, play with it. A nice device that can help you when you're away. Make sure that your kids are okay, or you want to check that nobody is trying to do something stupid around your place. Thank you very much.